1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, 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 hey. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 1, 2. Hey, hey, hey. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Wait, hey, 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 hey.
I can see you moving it back and forth, can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
No, do you want me to swap over and see if you can see it's on, is the volume and everything? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello, good evening and welcome. The train now standing at platform 7 is late. 2, 6, 3, 4, 8, 9, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just need to turn it up on computer.
Right, okay.
Nice one.
Cool.
Right, so that's one of them. Yep. saying to turn it off.
Great.
No, I would generally go on here, on your tie, or on your lapel.
Yeah, I put it on my lapel. And
in your pocket or on your
yeah.
waist if you want. If you don't want it,
and then
you
put
don't
all
want the
your,
bulge in your pocket. Yeah.
that pocket's probably, well, it's all right. Yeah, you've got it on your tie.
Wherever it's comfortable, really.
Do you want to try it, or
Yeah.
We could go full,
just see what it...
full theatre and put it on your back in a pouch.
So you can't... Oh, they haven't turned it on yet.
No.
Tape it to your hairline.
Like they do in the
Steps.
musicals.
Tragedy.
I saw you were interested in Culture Club.
I just like his new song. I think it's really good. Have you heard it?
No.
It sounds really good. I know he's had to drop his voice because his voice isn't like it was, but whose is?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's real. And when I heard it, I thought, oh my word, do I not know this from the 80s? Yeah, so I sort of thought, oh, I'd quite like to go and see them.
I am on 2 now, yeah. Everyone keeps asking me if I'm all right. I'm going around to check they're okay. They keep saying, are you all right, Mike? I think they think this is quite a big, obviously it is a massive thing, but I think they're worried about it's nice they're worried.
They always say to me, though, on the night, are you ready?
Yeah.
You know, because they know, you're on your own, or they think
Yeah.
you're not on your own this time, but because it is quite lonely in here, isn't it? Normally, repetitive, yeah.
You're sleeping tonight.
By the third one, you can't remember what you said and what you haven't said, but...
So I'll
Just run through how you're
yeah.
gonna
So
introduce yourself, what my link is.
So I'll initially say, hello everybody, lovely to see you here. Should I say my full name, Michael Feely, or Mr. Feely?
Mr. Feely, I tend to say Miss Watson.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So I'm Mr. Feely, I'm the principal of Dixon City Academy.
Yeah.
And oh, is it starting already?
Well, we've got to check it.
All right. Hey, Joe.
Because obviously we're right.
Yeah, just to remind us to send them out. I know you probably haven't got, but send them
That
out
way.
that way. Is that okay?
Yeah,
And then we
that's
can
fine.
start queuing them down.
Yeah.
This side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I'll try and catch up with you at some point tomorrow, Jill, about that trip ledger. Not one year 11 pays for a prom ticket.
Yeah. There's absolutely no way that that's going to work. It's to do with our full pay.
Not that much. The trouble is, it probably means it's going to come out somewhere else. It doesn't mean you're going to get more money.
I know, but somebody's
It does. Yeah. Particularly when you work so hard. You know how hard we've worked on trips. To be told that, I mean, can you really believe that Johnny's had 3k outstanding on a ski trip?
No, definitely not. Something wrong. She's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'll introduce myself and then I'll introduce, Miss Watson, Executive Principal of Dixon City Academy. And then I'm just going to talk through our values. Do you think I should read them or just leave them up, put them up? These are our values.
Yeah.
What do you
You
think?
could just say our whole vision of values is up there, but I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
But we are values driven, and you might just want to say them. Yeah. And then you could talk through it there at that point.
Yeah.
Could you just let me know when you're ready, because they're already here.
Yeah. We're just testing it out at the moment. Oh.
This
I
is
bolted.
your bit.
Yeah.
Have you tweaked it, have you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think that's just in the next.
Oh no, I think that's all right. It's all right. Are you okay with the DTA just being this? I often
yeah.
do it just as a, and I do it as a joke.
Through
Yeah,
a bit
so I'll
more
just say
about
a
our
little
history.
bit about who I am, and then then I'll come back to you.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to
Alright.
go through these 2 slides, aren't
Yeah,
you?
that's it. And then I'll come back. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Good. Yeah, we might as well start. Could you hear us?
Well, it said you talk quietly.
Oh, do you want us to? Yeah. We'll just test just to make sure they can hear us through there.
Thank you for helping. Oh, thank you very much.
You nervous?
I don't feel, everyone keeps asking me that. I was just saying to Miss Watts.
Why
I
should
feel-
you be nervous?
Thank you very much. I feel, yeah, everyone keeps asking me, and I kind of feel like I should be nervous.
Can you hear us?
But sometimes that's good. Sometimes I do a bit better. If
Try speaking projector, Mr. Fever, so that Mr. Cairns, just say Mr. Cairns, can you hear us?
Mr. Cairns, can you hear us?
1, 2.
I'll be back in 1 second.
The room's going to start moving up once you come in.
Right.
And just tell them to let them in.
Switch off for a minute.
Andy, can you hear us? Thanks for helping.
Adam, we're live streaming to another room, so we just need to make sure that it's going through. We all right? Yep. Good. I'll switch off.
please come up, and so we can see how many we've got left. Thank you.
Probably about 6, 10.
We're going to start in about a minute. Before we do so, can I just remind everybody to have your mobiles switched off or turned to silent? Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name's Mr. Feely, and it's with tremendous pleasure and a lot of pride that I'm introducing myself as the principal of Dixon City Academy. Next to me, who's going to talk in a little while, is Miss Watson, who's the executive principal. Miss Watson, some of you may know. She's the principal here for many years, and she's going to talk in a little while about our history of the school and the unique history of Dixon City Academy. A lot of you have probably heard and know quite a bit about the Dixon schools, but City Academy was the flagship. It's the original school, and we think the best. So thank you very much for coming along for us today. Behind you as you came in is our mission statement, our vision and our values. And I'm just going to put it up paragraph by paragraph. I'm not going to talk it through, but I'm just going to give you a minute or so to take it in. And this is really what we expect. This is our aim and our hopes for your children so that they leave here being really successful. So the big question, and I'm sure a lot of you are thinking is Dixon City Academy the right school for your child? And I'm going to come back to that a little bit at the end of the presentation. But as you can see there, our first value of our 5 pride values is purpose. Our last value is excellence. And really, everything that we do here is about trying to create excellence. Our purpose is excellence. And what we try and do is live our pride values in everything that we do. So our purpose, our respect, our integrity, our determination, and hopefully all those things will lead to excellence. Hopefully you'll see those as you walk around our school today. And you'll see it in the way our students talk to our staff and the way that they interact. Hopefully you'll get to see some excellence in our performing arts with performances going on in the Mall and various other places and things taking place. Hopefully you'll be able to see that in action. But our values, our 5 pride values, are something that's really important to us. I'm going to pass over now to Miss Watson, who's the executive principal of Dixon City Academy, who's going to talk a bit more about our history and why we're so special.
Thank you, Mr. Feely. I just want to first of all say thank you for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure to see so many people. It's something we're very, very proud of, that we're one of the most oversubscribed schools in the country. We wish we had more places, but you know, it is a real testament to your belief in us that so many people come. Just before I go on to talk a little bit about what the school has always been, and then Mr. Feely will talk about what the school still is and will continue to be, I just want to say that this is the first time that I've stood here not being the principal, and I know a lot of you have heard me talk. You won't hear anything particularly different tonight, but what I want to say is that when we appointed Mr. Feely, and I was very much involved in that appointment, there was a very, very rigorous process. He had to go through 2 days of torture, I probably would call it, but ultimately what it came down to was he passionate about this school? Would he love this school? Would he love the students? Would he love the staff the way that I feel that I have? And I can say absolutely, unequivocally that he does. And I said to him last week, one of the best things about my new role is being able to talk to somebody about Dixon City who loves it as much as I do, because it really is my specialist subject. And even though I'm not here every single day of the week, I know there's a lot of people here today, including the students, that know that it is my first love, and my family will say it's like my firstborn as well. So really welcome to Mr. Feely. He is already a great principal, and he's going to continue to be a great principal. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the sort of past, who we were, who we continue to be, and then I'm going to hold on to the future. I hope I'm not just the past, I hope I'm also the future as well. We do have a unique and proud history, and we half joke and say we're the original and we're the best, but ultimately we have been here for 28 years. We are the flagship Dixon School, and that's something that we're very, very proud of. And I think one of the things that again fills me with pride is, you know, when parents come here who were students, and I know that there's several of those in the audience tonight, and they can see that continuity of the history, even though that we've changed as well as the years have gone on. We've got a very, very authentic culture, which is absolutely driven by moral purpose, and I hope that that's something that will come through tonight. I hope that it's not just something that will come through the words that I'll say and the words that Mr. Feely will say. It's what you'll see when you wander around the school, when you talk to our students, when you talk to our staff as well, that we are absolutely driven to make a difference. We're passionate about what we do, and that is education, and it's making sure that we can do everything that we possibly can so that children can achieve to the best of their ability, so that they can go out and change the world for the better. I've said 28 years as a high-performing school. I think there are very, very few schools, not just in Bradford, but in this country, that have such a consistent record of being high-performing. And we have a national reputation as well, and I don't know whether that's always known outside Bradford, but Mr. Feely came from down south to work in Bradford because he'd heard of Dixon's, which to me is absolutely amazing, that we were able to actually draw somebody of such quality to come and work in the north. And you know, obviously that's a division that we want to close as well, the division between the north and the south. So you'll probably know that 2017 our results put us in the top 10% in the country, but that wasn't good enough. 2018 we are expecting that we're going to be in the top 2% in the country, which is something that we're really, really proud of. In terms of the Bradford League table, we are top of every single school in Leeds. And we came second in Bradford, which is a bit gutting. Dixon's Trinity beat us just, and it was just as well. Self-evaluation, we are expecting a Section 5 Ofsted, and we are accurately, there is no way that we are not outstanding when we're in the top 2% in the country. We're determined to do even better. Top 2% is not good enough, and that is not because it's about status in the country or anything about that. It's because of our moral purpose, because at the end of the day, this is about Bradford children, and we want Bradford children to have the best possible education. We want to make sure that we can do everything we can for Bradford children, and that is why I've worked in Bradford for such a long time, because Bradford is where I want to be, and Bradford is where I want to make that difference. And I genuinely believe that our students deserve it, and that Bradford deserves it as well. So if we put Dixon's on the map, we are putting Bradford on the map as well. So how do we do it, and how will we continue to do it? First and foremost, it's hard work, and that's hard work of students, undoubtedly hard work of staff, but also hard work as parents as well, because we rely on you to back us up. Back us up when we're getting it right, back us up when we're getting it wrong, back us up to make sure that that homework is done, back us up with attendance as well. And that's something that we call our three-way partnership. We do what we say we do. There are no gimmicks. It isn't some quick fix. So if we say that there is a correction for somebody wearing the wrong shoes, there is a correction for somebody wearing the wrong shoes. The rules are very, very simple, but we do adhere to them, and we do what we say we're going to do. I'm not saying that we're perfect, I'm not saying that we never get it wrong, but if we get it wrong, tell us, we'll listen, and we'll put it right as well. We support and challenge our students and our staff. And likewise, we expect them to support and challenge us as well. We expect our teachers to be behind us as leadership, but we also expect them to tell us if we're getting something wrong. Likewise with the students as well. We do listen to our students, but ultimately, we're not just there to support, we're there to challenge as well. And that's how we get the very, very best. We're a highly visible leadership team. If you ask any one of the students, there is not a lunchtime, a break, and after school that goes by that they will not see members of the leadership team. I can no longer say that that is me. It was me every single day of the week for many, many years, but it certainly is Mr. Feely and the team here as well. And I think that that is a really major difference. So sometimes when people talk about safety in school, the biggest way that your children can be safe is by having your best paid, your most well paid, your most experienced staff out all the time. Not dinner supervisors, the principal and all the senior team out all the time, making sure that the children are safe and that they're happy. Because of that, and for many other reasons as well, we know our students. For Bradford, this is only a medium-sized school. I know it might feel quite big when you're coming from primary, but compared to some of the schools in Bradford, this is fairly small. As a result, we really know our students. They're not just names, they're not just pieces of data. We work very, very hard at relationships. They matter, and I think that's one of the things that makes a difference here. And we do live and breathe our vision and values. Again, it's not just a piece of paper. Purpose is absolutely everything to us. And our purpose to be excellent is everything to us as well. And that is why we drive to be better tomorrow than we are today as well. And ultimately, to me, it's about humility as well. We are here to lead, but ultimately we're here to serve. And we're here to serve that community of Bradford. And that humility to me is absolutely vital. And that the students that we work with, the parents that we work with, their voice is really important to us. Hand over to Mr. Feely. Thank you.
But the big question is why? So why would you choose Dixon City Academy? Well, I think it's important that I start with me. Why did I come from London and move my family up to live in Bradford and in the Leeds area? Why did I come to Dixon City Academy? Well, really, it was a very special place. Dixon's group of schools is nationally and it's becoming internationally known. It's a fabulous group of schools, and for me, I wanted to come somewhere where everybody, the staff and the students, were all aligned to try and make the world a better place. And so for us, yes, it was part of our value statement and our vision at the start, but that's the real reason why we're here, to try and so our students can leave here to make the world a better place. But not only that, so when they leave at 16 and hopefully go on to the Dixon Sixth Form, which would have been set up by then, they can choose, and they can choose either to go into an apprenticeship or they can go to university, or they have a choice because they have exceptional exam results and because we've given them the cultural capital necessary for them to be successful. So we want them to be able to choose. How we go about that is high expectations. Miss Watson said to you before about if a student comes with the wrong equipment, they'll get a correction. If they're doing the wrong thing, they'll get a correction. We have incredibly high expectations. This is not necessarily a place to come if you want to be average. If you're okay with just doing a little bit or working quite hard or almost trying your best, this isn't the school for you. And it's really important that you're all aware of that. Year 6 students and parents, it's really important that you're aware of that. Unless you want to be the best, this place probably isn't for you. So only put us down and only really want to come to us if you're really passionate about being that best individual, that best student, that best academic, that best person that you can possibly be. So what does this mean? This means no excuses. So if you submit some homework late, there's no excuses for it. If you turn up late to school, there's no excuses for it. We expect you to be on time to lesson every day and on time to school. First time, every time. If you're given an instruction by a teacher, we expect you to follow it. By any adult within our school community, we expect you to follow it. And a lot of these rules might seem a bit authoritarian from me, but it's not about that. It's about purpose, not power. We need you to do it first time, every time, because if you do it first time, every time, we can then have that learning conversation. If we're talking to people about misbehavior or doing the wrong thing, that's not the conversations that we have. We don't have the time for that. Every single second of our school day needs to be about learning. So we expect, just from our staff, the same from our students, we expect you to do it first time, every time. We don't accept answering back. It's not that you don't have a voice. Student voice is so important. As Miss Watson said, before school, every break, every lunchtime, after school, I will be out and my senior team will be out, along with lots of other teachers. Any student can come and talk to us and say, Mr. Feely, Miss Watson, I really like this. I don't like this. Have you considered this? We're very approachable and we really, really appreciate the feedback. But when you're asked to do something and it's an instruction, we expect you to do it straight away. We don't expect anybody to opt out from learning. It's really important that 100% of our students are on task 100% of the time. And we strongly believe that the testament of this school won't be what you get when you get to 16. Yes, we got some fabulous GCSE results this year and put us in the top 2% of schools. So what does that actually mean, the top 2%? So that means we are 84th out of 6,500 secondary schools in the country. But we're not happy with that and we want to be better. But we're not judged on our GCSE results. We're not judged on our A-level results. We might be by Ofsted and we might be by performance tables. What we're really judged by is how our young people will become when they're older. What kind of parents will they be? What kind of people will they become? How will they change the world for the better? That's really how we're going to be judged. It was a tremendous pleasure for me this week to receive a letter from the University of Leeds. One of our ex-students who did A-level GCSE English, got a top grade, did A-level English, got a top grade, just graduated from Leeds University with a first. And we got a letter from their tutor thanking us and saying, look, we know that she did amazing at university, but really, you put all the hard work in and laid the foundations for her to be successful. So we see that, and for us, that's still not an indication. It's what she does next. So don't see us in 5 times almost. It's about what happens in 10 years' time. So every morning, nearly every morning, we'll start with a lineup, and that's where we'll talk about our pride values. But just the pride values by themselves, well, what do they mean? Yes, we've got purpose and respect and integrity and determination and excellence, but what does that mean? The heads of year and the senior teachers from each year group will specifically start to talk about what our values mean. So what that value might look like in a lesson. So we expect every single person to look at the person who's talking. We call it track the speaker, and that would massively go into our value of respect. So we link all of our values to actions that you should see. Hopefully you will see them when you tour the academy later on. We believe in a same-day correction. So if something goes wrong, if you're late to lesson, if you're late to school, you will have a detention that evening. And we think that's really important. Yes, so you can get immediate correction, but you can start the next day with a fresh slate. So we can forgive you, we recognise that you did something wrong, but the next day you start again. It's so important for us. And finally, everything that we do should be about purpose. It should be about our purpose to create excellence. It's not about power. It's not about me being the head teacher or the principal and saying, right, you have to do things. And in fact, you should never do, and I'd say to every single student in the school, you should never do anything just because I've told you to. You should do it because it's the right thing for your learning and the right thing for our community. It's completely about power, and it's completely about purpose and not about power. So we live our pride values, our artifacts, in everything that we do. So one of the things that we hope to create is no surprises. We hope to be really clear. One of the things we're really working on through our lineups is to talk with one voice. So if you hear one member of staff in the school talk, whether it's me or Miss Watson, or whether it's a support member of staff, or whether it's a head of department, we'll all be saying exactly the same thing. And through that, we get consistency, a feeling of safety for our students, and there's an aspect of no surprises. But as Miss Watson said, yes, we're in the top 2%, but we're not happy with that, and we won't be happy until we're the top 1 school in the country, not the top 1%, the number 1 school in the country. And every year we're still going to be driving and thinking of how we can make things better. So we're just going to be thinking about the small things that can make the big difference. So, track record of excellence for all. It's important that I quickly go through our exam results just so you're aware of what our students last year achieved. So in terms of A-level, our A star to B is 52%. Every other, more than every other grade at A-level was either an A star, an A, or a B. Nearly every single one of our students passed their course. Our value-added score was almost half a grade higher than what they're expected to get based on their already excellent GCSE results. So our students start sixth form with fantastic GCSE results, yet we continue to do even better with them in regards and despite their fantastic GCSE results. Where are we at with GCSE? 66% of our students got a 9 to 5, and 82% of our students, it's 83% of our students now, got a 9 to 4 with English and maths. Our progress rate predicted is around about positive 0.83, which will put us in the top 2%, as we've said. So the average student is almost making a whole grade higher than what their SAT results said they should have got at the end of year 6. So how will you support you? There's a number of ways that our support that's in place for our students and for you. Form tutors, heads of year, individual needs. We've got a very strong SEN department where students' individual needs are met. We have a full-time qualified nurse, so if a student's ill or injured or there's a problem, they can go and see them and talk to them. If there's a student that's having issues who might need a little bit extra support, we have 2 full-time behaviour support workers to help those students. We focus on knowing each child, and as Miss Watson said, building that strong relationship. And this is really key. It's not just about us. There was a statistic that was released quite recently which made me feel a bit sad, because it said what happens at home is 5 times more powerful than what happens at school. So we strongly believe in a partnership between home life and at school. And it's so important that we all work together to achieve that. So, is this the right school for you? What you'll be expected to do: work hard every lesson, be a positive ambassador, attend school every day, and try your best. Work hard. Listen to your teachers. So, 3 questions I want you to consider as you go around. 1, does it sound right? Talk to our students who are staying behind tonight. Talk to our staff. Does it look right? Does this seem like the right school for you and your child? And for year 6s who are here, does this seem like the right school for you? Does it feel right? It should be a decision for your heart as well as your head. So what next? Ask lots of questions. Visit other schools. The admission deadline is the 21st of September. Our testing deadline it takes place on Saturday the 13th of October. 16 places at our school out of the 165 places we have are given to students who are known as gifted and talented in performing arts. So if you're interested in that, the lead teacher for performing arts is based in the Mall. So make sure you ask her some questions. You'll find out by the 1st of March if you've been successful or not. So I'm going to leave our vision and value statement up just so you can see it as you walk out. I'd like to thank you massively again for coming this evening. And I really, really hope you think our school's as brilliant as we think it is. Thank you very much.